it up. Now moving on to the performance side of things, the iPhone 4 started off or had that Apple A4 chip inside of it with a half a gigabyte of RAM, so 512 megabytes of RAM. And what I can tell you is that first of all, when the iPhone 4 came out, I never really owned it as a main device. I mean, I used it kind of here and there, but I didn't use it as a main phone. I didn't use it as anything like that until way later when I bought it like in 2018. So I can't really tell you how the performance was at that time, but it probably was pretty good. It probably wasn't, a bad performing phone when it first came out, and it was probably one of the best performing phones in 2010. But what I can tell you is that as of now, it really isn't a great performing phone. It's not a good performing phone. It's a horrible performing phone in this day and age. But considering the fact that it's an 11-year-old device, you do have to give it some benefit of the doubt. And what I can tell you is that this phone still turns on. You can still multitask from apps. Some apps are still supported too, which is pretty insane, but not all of them. There's still a lot of apps that just aren't supported on iOS 7. And there's a lot of apps that aren't even supported on iOS 10 either. You have to download a lot of outdated app versions on that, sense. So again, it's just another case where you're already outdated and then you're outdated some more. So performance wise, I mean, that's pretty much the best way of saying it, was that at one point it was probably a really good performing phone. But as of this point, obviously it's not a good performing phone anymore, but still regardless, it still meant a lot to the whole entire, story of Apple. And even though this thing, you can't really do much on it, the basics still work for the most part. Phone calls still work, I think. Messages still work, you can still FaceTime people as well. So there's still some, characteristics about this phone that are still relevant. But as a whole, I probably wouldn't recommend anybody picking up this phone anymore in terms of performance. So in terms of that pretty much covers it up. Now